This the 4th straight year this venue has hosted the Denny's U.S. Open. And the PBA is proud to announce the launch of its new online video service called Extra Frame. Subscribers have access to exclusive interviews, behind-the-scenes features, and archive telecast subscriptions only $5.95. So head to PBA.com and click on the Extra Frame link to sign up today. As we take a look at our updated stepladder graphic, and Norm Duke, your number 3 seed, moving on, taking care of Doug Kent, 234, 160 in match number 1. And we are set to bowl Duke taking on 2 seed Chris Loschetter, and Randy was able to use his ample amounts of power in this sport to convince Chris Barnes to hang with us a little bit longer. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Rob.
Randy's got pull.
Yeah, absolutely. Got juice in this league, buddy.
Norm has the crowd on his side. Big opening strike. Up now, Chris Loschetter, 27-year-old, 4th year on the tour. This is 5th top 10 finish of the season. His best is 6th. He's done it 3 times this year. 8th on the PBA World Point Rankings list, looking for his first tour title in 75 career events. Heavy on that one. Fortunate there's just one standing.
Chris Loschetter looking to become the 5th player in PBA history to win the U.S. Open as his first title. The other 4 players, Paul Moser in 76, Joe Berardi in 79, Del Ballard Jr. in 87, and Robert Smith in 2000.
Loschetter picks that one up. As we take a look at our Motel 6 matchup. Loschetter 3-6 career-wise on television. This is his 2nd TV appearance of the season. 3 times a runner-up in his career as he takes on Norm Duke, seeking his 4th career major.
3 old guys on the show and 1 young guy. You got 3 40-year-olds and a 27-year-old.
Loesch is a great story. He gets better and better every year. He's already a top 10 player, and he seems to be at his best in the majors.
And Chris, you watch Norm, the way he's playing the pair, looks like he's playing both lanes the same. We saw in the first match, Doug Kent was playing much deeper on the left lane, and it looked as though on that shot there that Chris Loschetter was also further left on the left lane. Why is Norm able to do what he's doing?
It's really just rev rate. Norm's softer through the front of the lane. He's being real clean with it, end over end. His ball's not changing much direction in the first 15 feet.
Another strike.
I mean, would you agree that Norm's making him look pretty easy?
I'm telling you, those first 10 shots that first game were probably as good as anybody bowled the whole entire week.
You know, and it's amazing that you see the youngsters growing up and all they want to do is hook it and hook it more. And then when they come out on tour, they go the other direction. Let's see how much straighter I can throw. And each year you talk to the guys that hook it, I'm trying to get straighter, trying to work on my straight game. Here's a prime example of what a guy can do when he takes a lot of that hand out of the bowling ball and how he can blend that pattern out and make a tough pattern look pretty easy.
A little too much elbow on that one.
Yeah.
He got a little early with the swing and got it out in front of him, and just at the bottom it got away from him. You could see him trying to save it with his hand at the back and trying to get it to go to the right.
Yeah, a good replay of him kind of flinch right as he lets go of it. He knew it was left of target the whole way. The good news is he leaves himself a 3-6 spare conversion instead of, you know, the big 4.
That was key this week.
Randy, you like to say it's all about the Benjamins. This week it's all about the spares. Got to take care of the pickups.
Well, and like Chris said, it was, you know, this week, traditionally the U.S. Open is all about staying clean, avoiding open frames. And, you know, you may not shoot 250s and 260s, but 2 teens, 2 O's, 220s, that's really good in a U.S. Open.
Here's Chris Loschetter, described his season to us as decent. Making this show, it is now a successful season. Big strike for Loschetter. He's telling us how he's really kind of fallen off in the second half of the season the last couple years. Hence why he was calling this season just decent.
This is a great young player. I really love the way that he keeps his hand behind it and really rolls up the back of it. A lot like you do, Chris, and you watch U-Ball week in and week out on the show. It really looks like you keep your hand up underneath it and control that change of direction down the lane.
It does that. The one advantage he does have is because he has a lower backswing, he pushes the ball through the front. He's got a flatter swing through the front, and his ball doesn't read the early part of the lane very much at all.
For Loschetter. This the only tournament he thinks about all year. Telling us last night, when I'm practicing, this is the one I think about. And just about every pro pretty much echoing those sentiments. We were talking to Pete Weber last week, Randy, and we had a lengthy conversation with him about this tournament, how important it is to him and how vital it is to the sport.
You see that rangefinder down the lane at about 40 feet. That's the 10th board, and Norm just spliced it in half. Watch this now, the dark board all the way down to the right. That's the 10th board right there. Here comes a little bit of hook. Dead flush perfect.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the key. You'll see all these guys getting it to that rangefinder. If they get it 2 boards to the right of that, they're probably going to miss the head pin or 210. All 4 guys today are going to throw it at what we call throwing it at the 3-pin and not giving it away.
Another strike for Duke. He had 7 in match number 1, 4 already here in our semifinal.
Norman's kind of reacting like he just stole one there.
I think maybe he got that one in just a little bit, but his touch is so good right now, he just makes foul line adjustments, what they used to call in the old days. Misses it a little bit, kind of feathers it in there to high flush.
Loschetter doubled in the 10th late last night to leapfrog Duke into 2nd place. Hambone! Come on, Chris, get excited with me.
I liked him better from that side.
Show me those signs, Jersey.
That double last night wasn't just a double either. He was clean through the whole game, had no doubles, and then stepped up and threw in the 10th and the 11th to move from the first match to this match, which I think is a huge advantage for somebody with his rev rate.
51st game of the tournament. Couldn't come at a better time. Loschetter looking to take a 22-pin lead.
5 in a row for Loschetter as we head to break, and Lochetter's parents here to support him. We'll tell you why Chris asked for them to attend this week's tournament when we return to Jersey. Their son's bowling good.